Trinity is revealing a lot of new information and the truth about why she walked away from WWE. So we'll see what she had to say. We'll also check in on the situation with Asuka and much more. Let's start things off with Asuka. So as everyone knows about the legendary run Asuka went on during her early days in WWE as a part of the NXT brand. No one ever saw anything quite like that. She had such a special aura to her. She felt like this top attraction. She was undefeated and seemed unstoppable. So you had that entire mystique going on with her matches as well. She even held the NXT Women's title for 510 days and technically was never defeated for the title. Asuka instead relinquished the title when she was called up to the main roster. Asuka was heading into the main roster with all the momentum in the world, and for a while there, everything was going pretty well. She had that aura to her and was involved in many big stories and feuds. But Asuka's undefeated streak would end to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 34, and that loss would be followed up by several more losses at WrestleMania. It's still a crazy stat that Asuka is still winless at WrestleMania. She lost at WrestleMania 34, 35, 36, 37, and 39. 0 wins and 5 losses at WrestleMania is just so hard to believe for Asuka, but it's true. Some fans thought that maybe Asuka would get back on track and defeat Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 39, and how that could have made things right for her. She takes down Bianca Belair, who was champion for an entire year. She picks up her first WrestleMania win, and how this could be the big win that launches Asuka back to her roots of being such a brutal and unstoppable force. And remember that Asuka even received a slight character makeover just a few months ago. She came out in no face paint, seemed out of it, she was constantly losing, and then she returned with the new face paint, stronger attitude and presence. So fans thought that winning the Raw Women's title would be the perfect topper for that character change. But that didn't happen, and Bianca successfully retained. This caused fans to wonder, what exactly is the plan for Asuka? How will she be used going forward, and if she's happy with her recent usage? Well, all that fan speculation and conversation led to some false rumors and narratives going around that Asuka has quietly requested her release from WWE. It was a rumor that was going around and something that was being reported by a handful of individuals. But Asuka didn't allow the rumors to spread for long. She took to Twitter to quote one of the tweets that reported about her requesting her WWE release, and had this to say in response to them, quote, "Is this world full of lies, or is it full of blank?" End quote. Asuka may not have directly said it, but she was basically calling out those rumors and reports for being full of it and how it's nothing but lies. So at least those rumors are put to rest. Asuka isn't frustrated at all or requesting her release. She seems perfectly happy right now. And coming out of the draft, Asuka will now be sent over to SmackDown to be a part of the show. Fans do think that's another great move because Asuka spent the last several years on Raw. So maybe going to SmackDown is the right move for her because it'll freshen everything up around her. So keep an eye on Asuka as she moves over to Friday nights. Trinity, formerly known as Naomi in WWE, has finally made her decision and signed with Impact Wrestling. Trinity has been completely out of the ring and hasn't competed at all in literally one full calendar year. The back half of 2022 was full of rumors and fan conversations about where Trinity would end up at next in her career. There were times where reports claimed that she was close to reaching a new deal with WWE. Then reports that the deal fell through, and then just all these rumors started snowballing and picking up more momentum. Then the last other big report was that Trinity's deal with Stardom fell through due to financial disputes. But Trinity responded to all those rumors and swears that they were not true at all. And then a few days after that, it was reported that she signed with Impact Wrestling, and that turned out to be true. Trinity made her debut in a Chicago taping of Impact Wrestling. She also was surrounded by friends and family for her Impact debut. Mercedes Moné flew back to the States all the way from Japan to support Trinity and see the debut live in person. Bayley was also in attendance, Tamina was there, and even CM Punk was spotted attending the show as well. Bayley, Mercedes, and Tamina even gifted Trinity with tons of flowers after her big Impact Wrestling debut. So it was a big move for both Trinity and Impact Wrestling. Signing Trinity has definitely brought a lot of new interest there, and fans are genuinely intrigued to see how she is used on their show. A lot of fans out there are wondering why she didn't just return to WWE. She has her husband there and her family there, so why not? Well, Trinity addressed that topic of conversation for why she didn't want to return to WWE, and even opened up and provided some new details about what really happened during the night of the walkout during a recent appearance on Busted Open Radio. Quote, "I left that day because of the way I was talked to and handled. Everything kind of just broke me that day. It had nothing to do with anything else, anybody else. That was just it. I had to go. To go through all the backlash and all the negativity and the lies and the rumors, and then to also kind of just feel lost. It broke me. It was probably the lowest I've ever felt in my life. But going through that made me reset and face it head on and figure out how to learn from this experience and grow from it and just find myself again in all of it. I'm extremely happy now and really thankful for this opportunity to show you haven't seen me at my best yet." End quote. Trinity also said that everyone, all of the promotions, had their doors open to her, but how she felt like Impact Wrestling was the best fit for her right now. So it's definitely an interesting reveal by Trinity. Mercedes and Trinity have stated many times over the last calendar year that the story that's out there about the night of their walkout isn't entirely true. And Trinity definitely added a bit more context here by saying that the part of the reason why they left that day was due to how they were being talked to by WWE and how everything was being handled. So the full story isn't out there in its entirety, but given those bits and pieces Trinity provided, maybe you can say they felt disrespected on so many different levels by WWE at the time, and that's what ultimately led to the walkout. Trinity also took to Twitter to post a picture of herself with the Usos and Solo Sikoa, and even that post was bittersweet because, as everyone knows, Trinity being added to the Bloodline has been an extremely popular fan theory dating back to 2020. So throughout 2020, 2021, 2022, and even in early 2023, fans were still holding on hope that we would see Trinity in the Bloodline, even when she was having that storyline of being forgotten by WWE official Sonya Deville. Fans at the time thought that even that storyline could have led to the Bloodline stepping in and taking care of her, but it never happened. But at least it's nice to see her picture posing with them and wonder about what that could have looked like in WWE. But as she revealed in that interview, there was just no way she could go back to WWE after what she went through there with that horrible experience. No matter how much her family is there, she just couldn't see herself going back there after that. And you can definitely understand that. So hopefully more great things are on the way for Trinity and she keeps that momentum going. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.